Yeah, this is Math Guy. I'm going to go ahead and continue with two-step inequalities. So the topic is two-step inequalities. We're going to go ahead and solve the problem, and then we're going to also graph them. Alright, first problem is 2x plus 4 is greater than or equal to 24. Okay, so first thing we're going to do is addition property on here. So we are going to go ahead and subtract 4 from both sides. Okay, so that's my zero pair, and it's going to turn out to be 20, and here's my 2x. So I'm going to go ahead and turn it into 1x instead of 2x by dividing by 2 on both sides. So my x is 1, and my answer is 10. So x is greater than or equal to 10. To draw the graph, it's kind of getting repetitive on graphic now, but we'll try it while we're at it. Okay, so we have negative, positive, 0, 10, negative 10, and I'm going to go ahead and put 11 for x. So x is always going to be greater than 10, or so that is going to be a true statement. So I'm going to go ahead and dot it, and then going to the right hand side. Alright, that's my first problem. I'm going to go ahead and erase it now. Yeah, I decided to use the board instead of using papers, just taking away too many papers away. So I'm going to go ahead and erase this. I know I'm trying to save the resources here. So try my board real quick. Okay, so second problem is this time it involves with distributed, well, not necessarily distributed property, but I'll go ahead and do that. So negative 3 times x plus 1 is less than or equal to negative 18. Yeah, I'm gonna go either you could do distribute it now, and then, or I could just use the whole thing as 1. But however, I'm gonna go ahead and do the distribution first. So negative 3x minus 3 is less than or equal to 18. Okay, then I'm going to use the addition property. So that cross out to be 0. And here we have negative 15. And signs the same way. And then here we got the negative 3x. Alright. In order for me to divide by negative 3 on both sides, to make that 1x, then I have to switch my sign around. So I'm going to go ahead and take that out. It's like an eraser. Oops. So negative 3x over negative 3. Now I'm going to go ahead and switch that sign around, since I multiply or divide it by negative numbers. So that's going to cross out to 1, positive 1. So x is greater than or equal to, and there's going to be negative over negative is positive, which is 5. So x is greater than or equal to 5. Right? I'm going to go ahead and get the graph going here. Okay, here's 5. Here's negative 5. So looking at it, that's equal to, therefore I'm going to be dotting it, and I know x is going to be greater than 5, so it's going to be on the right hand side. If you're not so sure, just go ahead and do the line test and stuff, but for now I'm just going to skip all that at this point. We're moving on. Okay. Let me try that real quick. So that was second problem. It wasn't too bad. And then as I go on, the degree of difficulty gets a little, as it goes on, it's going to be tougher. So bear that in mind. Okay, next one is okay, it's going to be x over 3 minus 3 is less than or equal to negative 6. Okay. Yeah, I'm not that talented. Some girl who's doing on the glass, writing it backward and stuff. I'm not like that. So, but in return, I'm more descriptive and more in detail of what I'm showing here. So, okay. First things first, I'm going to go ahead and the earlier I did the distributed property ways. Well, you could do both two ways here, but I'm going to go ahead and use the addition property here. So here's my 0 pair. This turns into 0. So x over 3 is less than or equal to negative 3. And then since the x is positive, I'm not going to worry about inequality being switching around. So I'm going to go ahead and multiply by, its reciprocal of 1/3 is 3. So 3 over 1 is my reciprocal of 1/3. So I got to do the same thing on the other side. So this crosses out. That gave me x. And it's going to be negative 9. So x is less than or equal to negative 9. Okay. And then drawing the graph. Positive, negative, 0, negative 9, positive 9. And since that's equal to, I'm going to dot it. And x is going to be less than negative 9, so it's going to be on this side. If you're not sure, just do the point test, alright? Which means if x is negative 10 over here, negative 10 will be always less than or equal to negative 9, which is true. So we're going that way. yeah, you know, after a while you don't even have to do it. It just comes naturally. But you know, in the beginning, you just might get confused, and that may discourage many of you about the inequality. And next thing you know, there's a lot of students going into that pattern. I had to intervene. So this is what you have to do. You just have to compare the numbers and see, make sense, whether it makes sense or not. It just, after a while, it kind of comes into senses to you that, hey, this is, I'm just looking at it too hard. So, yeah, so, it all comes with the experience. Sometimes, you can't really make, oh well, I'm just going to go on to the next problem. I'm not going to say anymore. Alright, so next one is 84 is greater than or equal to minus 7 and v minus 9. Okay, now I'm going to go ahead and being a right-handed, I really like to put my variables on the right-hand side and number on the left-hand side and number on the right-hand side. I just feel that a lot easier looking at things. So I'm going to go ahead and say 84, and 84 has mouth open too. So there it is. And then I'm going to go ahead and use my distributive property here. Okay. So negative 7 times v is negative 7v. Negative 7 times negative 9 is positive 63. And then less than or equal to 84. Alright, I'm going to use the algebraic reasoning here. We're doing subtraction property. So that's my zero pair. So I got negative 7v. It's less than or equal to, is that going to be 21? Yeah. Okay, and then at this point, I'm going to rewrite them because I got negative in front. I'm going to go ahead and rewrite them just to not get confused. This is the best way to do this. I rewrite them. And then I'm going to go ahead and divide it by negative 7 on both sides and switch that sign around. Now I'm all clear about this. So that's going to go into positive 1. So we got v is greater than or equal to negative 3. Okay. So that wasn't too bad. Right? So drawing graph, I'm probably running out of room here, but I'm going to go ahead and do them anyway. Yeah, this inequality stuff comes really easy after a while. And this time it's the equal to, so it's solid. And then v is always greater than negative 3. So it's on my right hand side. Okay? So that's done, and the last problem I'm going to do, as I go on, this problem gets, degree of difficulty gets harder. It's just getting, that's just the way I do things here. So we're going to go a bit harder problem so that, you guys don't stop watching me here. Just continue watching. That way you're not missing anything on the degree of difficulty problems. Okay? I just make this thing more interesting as it goes on. So, okay, here we go. Minus 8 plus x over 2 is greater than negative 8. Okay, so first thing I'm going to treat the whole thing as one number. Okay, so I'm going to do the whole thing by its reciprocal of half. So it's going to be, its reciprocal is going to be what, 2 over 1. So when I do the whole thing, I mean, I know about, not many people get exposed this way, but this is how it is. So when I do that, it's going to be negative 8 plus x, because this crosses out, and then the other side is going to be negative 16. I'll let you kind of digest that for a little bit, looking at it. If you have to stop the thing, stop it and look at it. Just be a little bit more challenging for you when I write it like that. But basically, I'm doing also distributed property like that. See? Something new. I hope it's something new. Okay, so basically now I'm going to go ahead and do the addition property on both sides. I mean, you could do it many different ways here, but this is one way I like to tackle it. This is zero pair, so which x is greater than negative 8. And drawing the graph, here's a 0, negative 8, positive 8, and it's going to be circle at negative 8, and x is going to be always bigger, like that. Okay, end of the lessons, and I'll go ahead and talk to you about multiple step next. Okay, so stay tuned. Bye.